Hi, I'm Jillian Bell, and today we are doing yoga for stress and anxiety. I'm just gonna put these shades on because it's really bright out. So, cool Jill has arrived. For today's practice, you're going to need either a block, a pillow, or a bolster because we are gonna be doing Viparita Karani. Today we'll start our practice in a standing position, coming towards the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, we'll hinge through the hips, send your bum back, flat spine as you come all the way down. Allow your head to dangle here. Maybe sunglasses come off for a second. Grab opposite elbows, gentle sway side to side as you pull your belly in. And feel the back line start to open up. One thing that's really important to keep in mind if you're feeling a little bit stressed or anxious is to avoid backbends as they fire up your adrenal glands. And we don't want to create any more activation into the sympathetic nervous system than we already have. People that are dealing with stress or anxiety also prefer more movement than stillness. So we're going to try to incorporate a lot of movement through our poses today. And unraveling, come back through center, ragdoll all the way up, pressing through your heels. Be sure to take your time. The head comes up very last. Again, roll your shoulders onto your back. This time we're actually gonna roll on the way down too. So sending the tailbone down, belly pulls in, ribs come towards hip bones, roll all the way down, all the way down. Good, and then stepping your left foot towards the back of your mat. Left knee comes down, arms sweep up, find yourself into a low lunge, gazing up to the sky, big breath in. As you exhale, plant your hands, walk your right foot wide to the side of the mat. Feel your spine lengthen here. Remove the hips in a circular motion. And if the ground feels really far away, you can use a block underneath your hands. So again, keeping in mind, less stillness, more movement, more dynamic. Switch directions with the hips. They don't have to be big circles. Good, block off to the side, tuck your toes, lift your back knee up, step towards the front of your mat, wide now, dropping your bum all the way down for a yogi squat. Option to sit down onto your block. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Exhale, let it settle. Again, big breath in. Let it go. Planting your hands, keep your toes wide, turned out to the sides. Make sure you micro bend into your knees. Once again, we'll ragdoll all the way up. Head comes up very last. Bring your feet back to hip distance. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. This time we'll interlace the palms together. Round through your back, curve all the way down, all the way, curve, curve, curve. Good, big breath in, halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot towards the back of the mat. Now right knee comes down, arms sweep up, low lunge, breathe in. As you exhale, hands plant down, walk your left foot wide. Again, option to bring some movement into the hips. Really tiny circles here, both directions. Remember to focus on your breathing to help activate your parasympathetic nervous system. All right, block off to the side, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And we'll step back this time towards downward facing dog. Lengthen from your wrist to your tailbone, soft bend into your knees. Big breath in, big breath out. From here, we'll move into a pigeon pose. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist, cross your right ankle over. Once again, you can use a block underneath your right hip, or you can take it underneath your hands, maybe under your forearms. Core strong. Something I've been really loving in my pigeon pose is the sway of the hips. So long as it doesn't hurt your knee joint at all, you can just drop your hips side to side. Focusing on your breath. And rise to your hands. Take an inhale here. Once again, we're gonna round through the back as we exhale. Think about touching the forehead down to the ground or to your block. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, we'll round on the way down. Flexion through your spine. Inhale to lift. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, round. Good, rise up, rotate out to the right. Bring your left hip around. Right foot comes into the left thigh. Feel your spine lengthen here. Big breath in, and then as you exhale, start to walk your hands towards your foot. A lot of these forward folds are going to be really helpful to calm the nervous system. So the exact opposite of a back bend. Option to grab onto your feet. For those of you that are really open, you can use a block and grab onto it in front of your foot. Focus on your breath. Keep your neck in line with your spine. If you have a hard time reaching your foot, you can also bend through your knee. So this is completely acceptable. You don't have to keep your legs straight. The more you bend your knee, the more you're going to create space for your low back as well. Taking one more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to rise up. We'll cross the legs, roll over the knees, come back to down dog. Just long enough so that we can switch to pigeon on the left. When you're ready, left knee comes behind left wrist, cross left ankle over, feel your spine lengthen here. Big breath in. Exhale, option to drop forearms down to the earth or onto your block. Something that happens in our pigeon a lot is we feel a little cramped up and a lot of pressure into the front knee joint. To alleviate that, you would tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and walk your back leg further away from you. So you feel more of your body weight balanced over your hips. Again, option to sway the hips side to side. So long as that feels okay. And then we'll rise up to the hands, take a big breath in. Exhale, tuck through the chin, round through the back, come all the way down. Inhale, lift up. This is gonna also help your core a little bit here. Exhale, round. It won't be a super big expression through the spine. Last time here. Inhale to rise. We'll rotate out to the left, swing the right leg all the way around. Good, setting up for Janu Sirsasana. Big breath in, exhale, hinge. Again, option to reach for your foot, option to bend your knee to bring your foot closer towards you. Hang out here wherever it feels best. And just make sure that you have no strain into the shoulders and the neck, just so that you can reach your foot. Remember to breathe. And then inhale, rise up nice and slow. From here, we'll make our way onto our back. Have your block or your pillow handy. I recommend a soft block, so not a cork block. And just place it off to the side so it's there for you when you need it. We'll start with the knees up at 90-90, bringing them in close. And then arms come out to the sides. Just allow your knees to drop from side to side. So inhale through center. Exhale over to one side. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the opposite side. And as your spine starts to awaken here and it feels okay on your core, you can let your knees come a little bit further away from you so that we actually are creating that 90-90 shape. Knees drop to one side. This will actually start to activate through your obliques as well, and I have a hard time not throwing any core work into yoga practice. Windshield wipering the knees side to side. And then come back through center. Allow your knees or your feet to release. We'll ground down through the heels, lift up the bum to slide the block underneath the lowest position, setting up for Viparita Karani or waterfall pose. So you should place it right where it won't feel like it's pinching in the spine. So it might take a couple of adjustments to get the block there. And then when you're ready, the legs will extend up towards the sky. or the ceiling, depending if you're inside. And allow your entire body to settle in here. This pose is actually one of the most restorative postures because you're getting the benefits of an inversion without having to do any of the work. The body doesn't have to work so hard to bring the blood back to your heart. Some of you might even like the arms to dangle as well. That's just personal preference, so do whatever feels best for you. And while we're here, we're going to work on some breath work. We'll start by inhaling for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Exhale for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue to lengthen. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to stay there or to continue to lengthen the breath. When you breathe, imagine that you're using your belly, your ribs, your heart, bringing in as much breath as possible. And after you feel like you've got a grasp on that, we'll lengthen even further. And imagine that the entire body is breathing. We call this the whole body breath. So it feels like the breath is working its way to your toes, to your fingers, to the crown of your head. And each time you take an exhale, you feel like the breath is going to expand the skin or burst through the skin layer of your body. There's so much energy coming into your system that it can't be contained. And when you imagine that your body is an entire vessel to hold the air, maybe you can lengthen even further to a count of 10, maybe 12. When we're dealing with stress or anxiety, it can be harmful to hold the breath or retain the breath. So we just keep a nice steady flow of breath in and out. And for those of us experiencing a lot of anxiousness, sometimes it's more helpful if we lengthen the exhale longer than the inhale. We'll stay for about 3 more breaths. Again, think of the whole body breathing here. And after your third exhale, start to bend through your knees. Allow your feet to find the earth. Slowly lift your hips up, slide the block out from underneath of you, and then we'll lay down onto our back for Shavasana. That was yoga for stress and anxiety. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of yoga video you'd like to see next. If you're feeling the vibes of this one, check out my morning yoga before work video. If you want something a little bit more intense, I always have my crow series as well.